and let go my ego. Jumping up a gear, trying to do ya. Don't you wanna be ya? Players just like me, ya. Hanging out with you, ya. Shooting with the summer, like the one before me. Now I'm trying to blow up.
I have no legs to stand on, really.
Go.
Downstairs.
It's downstairs.
We'll just roll with that for him to see.
Should we just wait for them?
Music on downstairs.
Sounds like it's downstairs.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? No, I take it back.
He's got lum nums in his.
If you propel, look at this
Brings about.
Are you going to the lift?
She started chatting to me though. Mum's like, she started chatting to me. It's like, yeah. Is it?
To make him feel comfortable.
Oh, sweet. Oh, I want a pony. Where are we? Dalston. No,
We're in Shoreditch.
Oh yeah, we're in Shoreditch.
What else? As an intern, you've got to think quick.
We're in Shoreditch. We're catching the vibes. We're soaking up the vibes. I'm smoking a zoo, but don't do that at home, kids, because you become an addict like me. And then, so we're on the road that is called, what's the road called?
Bethnal Green.
Bethnal Green Road is the road that we're on. And what time is it? Someone give me a time.
2 a.m.
2 a.m. on Bethnal Green Road. And we're
Shoot the bag.
Look at this vape. I mean this light.
Look at this vape.
Weed my lips.
Weed my lips. Obsessed.
Okay, let's go. Enter reference.
You remind me of chicken and thighs. Sugar-free life, no pie. This girl's toy, I'm gonna say hi. Social battery freak. I'm the most confident geek. Pull up on the seat, pull up on the seat. Vitamin D in my shopping cart. Riding the line like Wiz. My style is wild, it is. Pull up on the seat, pull up on the seat. The New York King is lean. I'm sipping on lemon and vinegar. Vitamin D is lean. I'm sipping on lemon and vinegar.
Yeah.
Wait, so the New York is still 2? So everything's perfect on number 2, just Lee.
Pull up on the seat, pull up on the seat. The New York King is lean. I'm sipping on lemon. Pull up on the seat, pull up on the seat.
Maybe number 3 is. Oh, fuck. I'm just thinking the New York King is Lee. I'm like rushing.
Pull up on the seat. The New York King is lean. Pull up on the seat. Sugar-free life with chicken and thighs. Pull up on the seat. The New York King is lean.
Finally received my samples for LaQuay. Took absolutely ages, but I've got the Splat Earth sweater that I was talking about a while ago now in videos. Finally got it. Got the bomber jacket as well that I was talking about. Check it out. So you've got Splat Earth sweater there, and then you've got the bomber jacket here. Pretty happy with it, honestly. Really happy with the sweater. Very happy with the jacket. They finally got the measurements right, so it fits well now. But this is a bit too blue, so I kind of need to go darker. And this is supposed to be like a grey, not white. I thought I picked grey, but obviously picked too much of a lighter grey. Here you've got checked collars. One is longer than the other, just so I could tell, just so I know like which one to actually like place in bulk. But yeah, I'll put it on now for you guys to see. Yeah, really gassed with it. And then this is the one that my friend did. My friend did the design. My friend that does some art. Yeah, guys, let me now show you. Hopefully you can see me. So yeah, this is the jacket, and you've got the whole thing inside. You've got the green and blue tartan, and here you've got life is getting quite exciting. So you can see that this colour is a lot bigger. It might even be the bigger colour that's nicer actually. You've got zip and then you've got buttons, because I thought it was quite cute having like silver buttons to show. It might be a vibe having buttons all the way down, but I didn't want to do that originally because I feel like with jackets, if you've got buttons going down, then it's not nice having buttons here. Vice versa, if you've got zip here, have buttons there, have zip there, you know what I mean? Yeah. Could be a bit more cropped, but to be fair, like I think it's fine. Maybe it feels like this cropped. You know what I mean? And that will never go out of style because this is a 90s bomber fit, which like has been around for years. So it's not even like if I do it a bit more cropped, it will be like out of style. But like that's the sample. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like it kind of blends in a bit. It's a sick jacket, but it kind of blends in. It's like if this was darker. And this was darker, maybe even just more buttons down. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, if the collars were like more vibrant, but I don't want the collars to like be in your face. That you've got like, let's say they were light blue collars or something. I quite like how it's kind of like. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no, it's a nice jacket though. Let me show you the first sample actually that I did. So this was the original one, right? So it's the exact same thing with the collars. But it was a lighter blue jacket, but the material was pretty bad, so I had to basically do a way better material. Like this is a harder material, which basically it matches the classic shot, so it matches the classic shot hard material. As you can see, it like matches that. This was too soft, do you know what I mean? So this is harder. Really light as well, light but heavy at the same time. So that's the jacket there. And obviously this was the first one. And the measurements were so off, it just feels mad tight. But it's not bad, it's the same thing, just like blue instead of grey. You know what I mean? It's like you can see how tight this is, look at that. It's like the crop level is perfect though, I can't even lie. Crop level is perfect, but it's just a bit like, you know what I mean? I'll still wear it out, I still think it's really sick. But this sweater's banging though, I can't even lie, this is sick. This is nice. Do you know what I mean? See what I'm learning at the minute, see this is nice, right? Not with these jeans though, because there's not enough contrast. If they were more dark navy, it would look sick, or even black. I don't really like mixing black and blue at the minute though. But yeah, just the darker jeans or like brown corduroys, forest green corduroys as well would look sick. Basically, what I'm trying to learn at the minute, right, is I like my shit cropped. I've always have since 2016. And the trick is with sweaters is either I'm gonna be tucking this in. So basically, this is the dilemma, right? Have it a bit long, like this, so I can tuck it in. And if you like, if you've got the same style as me, so you can tuck it in, so you can still be tucking in your sweaters to have that look. Or just shorten it and have it like this constantly. So I could just now shorten it on the bulk and have it like that. But I do like tucking it in, if that makes sense. And there's some people that aren't gonna want it that fucking cropped. Do you know what I mean? That's just because I like it, but people aren't gonna want it that cropped. Most people will be happy with this length. But the real thing that really what you're supposed to be doing, what I should be doing, is increasing this elasticity quite heavily. Meaning it's so tight that when you roll it up like this, it just stays like that. Because it's a little bit not as tight, doesn't really matter, still looks great, but because it's not that tight, when you roll it up like that, looks great, high-waisted. But when you start walking around, after a bit, you start walking around, to be fair, it's still up in there. Right. You know what? I think I got the elasticity actually alright, you know. Also, having it like this is good, right? But it kind of like, the design looks better when it's like that. And yes, I did ask if they could just add the design down like this, but they say they can't do it. Don't believe it, but they say they can't do it. So like this, it actually looks like the splat. Do you know what I mean? Splat Earth. Yeah, that was just an update, guys. Going to be working on Cap soon as well.
You don't have access to it in the way you may have done. Having said that, I did
Just watching my bro, Johnny Costi. Do you know what I mean? He's doing big moves in the art world right now, and he's wearing the Carpilette sweater in the No Comment with Jeremy Della and John Costi. Check it out.
art at secondary school, and the teacher didn't go on with the ticket
The best artist in London. Trust.
me out of the class because the class wasn't really for
Watch
me.
that.
So it didn't.
Watch it. Create an imaginary vision that you're fulfilling, so that everything you're making starts making sense and it feels, and it is like you are working towards that. Otherwise, you won't ever have enough conviction on what you're doing, right? You are the one that creates the perception for people based on how hard you go with things. And if you design or make music for a specific a specific aesthetic, what's going to happen is your energy will not be able to be, you won't allow your energy to flow you into sections where you'll start creating really cool things, because you're too strict in your mind of how things need to be. You're too logical, it needs to be like this. You kind of have to allow your brain to just do what it wants, but with a vision that you've created in your own head of how it needs to be. In other words, pretty much like a made up narrative in your head that's a bit delusional. No one might see it, but you do. Eventually people will then see it, you know. The practice that I'm currently doing and that you should be doing is like practicing thinking and convincing yourself that everything works out, because we all know things work out, but we don't, if that makes sense. We wouldn't be getting self-doubt if we thought everything works out. Deep down, you know, everything works out. You know, if you're on the level of you're positive enough and whatnot, you know. That being said, like so like go into practices where like genuinely remind yourself that everything fucking works out. Like actually clock it, guys. It's not easy to think this without envisioning things though, right? It's hard. So think about things like, okay, is Timmy right now? So what's he saying? Is he right? Do things work out? Okay, now I'm gonna tell you, okay, think about when you were 10 and think about how scary it felt knowing you were gonna start secondary school. You know, maybe for me, it was like I was watching like an episode of Hollyoaks when I was like fucking 8, and there was a guy looking for a number to call on the phone, like really random, right? He was in a situation and like the camera then pans to his phone. He's like searching for the number, and there were all these like missed calls. I think he was looking at. He wasn't looking at his phone book, right? He wasn't looking at like numbers from A to B type shit. He was looking at just numbers. So me as a young kid, I thought, oh my god, this is so scary. The day I have a phone, I'm gonna have to remember numbers. Oh my god. And then I got older and realized, hang on, you just save people's bloody names and then their names are there, and then you just press, you know, the green button to call a phone. Like, there's so many small things that genuinely I felt like it was the end of the world when I actually thought about it before going secondary, leaving secondary, going college, before doing music, during music, like all this shit. Like, there's so many fears that we have, and then we always come out of it. Like, we always, like, genuinely, we always do. I'm not going to talk about drugs though, because I think drug is the ultimate way of suicide. I think drugs are the ultimate way of like killing your potential to the fullest. Potential suicide. It's like I mean, the words can't explain how bad they actually are, and it's really sad because like they creep up on you slowly. But you know, if you're battling drugs, like the only thing really that you need to be doing is thinking that you want to stop. You know, it's funny because like I've talked about this before, where like it's not about what you do all the time, it's about what you think about all the time. Like there's a huge chance that you're gonna stop your addiction simply because you want to, even though you may not be trying. Like if you genuinely deep down want to like stop doing packing or whatever, but you're not exactly making much of an effort to, you probably will actually eventually stop. The people that don't stop are the people that deep down they don't want to stop. Do you know what I mean? But you know those people that are like, and when I mean people, I mean me, like you'll be doing something and you're just like fucking dreading it inside that you're about to do it, or you're dreading the next day, you know, do you know what I mean? You're just like, fuck me. And it's kind of like, well, I did go out, I did have 4 drinks, and I did ask for someone for a bump. Like funny, because you will get out of it. I can't lie, you will get out of it if you genuinely want to. Specifically if it's like in your head lately. You know what I mean? So anyway, going back to the whole thing of like everything works out, it does, but you do need to like think about it working out, right? You kind of need to like the human brain is so powerful. I don't even like saying we're computers, because computers ain't shit compared to the human brain, like, right? So it's kind of like, but we are, but you know, it's not as simple as that. If you sit down in your house and you think your life is over and like things are gonna go wrong, if you actually dwell in that thought for like, if you consistently dwell in that thought, your life will get really bad, like really fucking bad. It's scary. It's actually really scary. Like if you dwell in the thought of like how bad your life is, even if it is, like it's gonna get bad. If you dwell on the thought of like how things have worked out for you in the past, you'll get out of anything and you'll actually achieve anything you want. But thinking positive doesn't work, because you're kind of, I mean it does, but it doesn't. I think for the level I'm talking on now, for people that need help with certain things, thinking positive is going to really frustrate you. But you need to look at the past and see how your life has turned out, and see how you've had small wins and you've gotten out of things, and that is so much proof that it gives you this whole like, oh yeah, it's possible. Because faith is a massive thing. It's a very, very important. Faith is crazily important, and you do need to be delusional at points, you know, in order to actually get places. I'm gonna go into Soho House and speak to someone I think that works at Spotify. She also runs events. So obviously the really good thing about that is, well, she works in events as well, is that I can like get the ball rolling on actually like doing live shows. Because mate, I'll be honest with you, I need to start doing these live shows ASAP, and basically I need a lot of help doing it, because if I do it all myself, it's going to be shit, and I'm not going to do a shit live show. I'm not going to go on a stage and just grab a mic and just start singing. Like, it's got to be better than that, you know? So I'm wearing the sample corduroy trousers that I've made. I'm currently working on process 2 at the minute, but I've sent them trousers, right, to get a better understanding of the material I'm looking for, and they've missed the package. So now it's just an absolute myth to fucking like get the package delivered again. Hiya, you're right. I've got an invitation. I think it's my name you need or email. A member's name, Timothy Gonzalez. If not, I'll give you the girl that invited me. Her name. Does anything come up? Let me. 4th floor. Oh shit. Don't tell me it's not working. I need to pass the fucking. I think I need to pass to 5th floor. Oh shit. Soho House. This place is mad pretentious, but let's go. Thank you.
I think when they kicked out, what's his name?
Yeah, busy day today, guys. Busy day today. Now we're in Streatham Common, so from Shoreditch High Street to Streatham Common. About to jump in the studio with my boy Dre. Me and my boy Dre, we did a beat together, so we're gonna finish it. And I'm fasting today till 11 at night. It's gonna be a 30-hour fast. So it's very important to actually stay active, otherwise it's very hard to basically fast for 30 hours if you're just at home doing nothing. So yeah, and yeah, the Spotify meeting was really good. She basically works with Spotify and she's doing like a thing where artists are giving out classes. So I'd basically essentially be doing a class for someone, which sounds fucking sick. So, because I've actually wanted to always do that, help someone specifically write music. I don't want to teach people how to produce, because producing is like a very magical thing that you can't actually, like, producing's hard. If you want to make a good beat, it's not about following a formula. I'm also following feelings in your body and stuff. But writing you can. But yeah, this time me and Joey made a beat. I've actually not collabed with someone making a beat for a while now. Last time I collabed with someone making a beat was Robot, the song Robot. So, which is really important. It's really important that I collab with other people to making beats, because I like to switch it up a bit sometimes. And obviously every beat I make, even with other people, it still sounds Jimothy as long as I'm in the room, can't lie. That's why I don't really take beats from people, because it just doesn't sound like me. Sorry, but we either have to collab on a beat us like together 50-50, or it's just a meeting, innit? Living like a princess. Living like. Studio session done at Streatham Common. Right now, gonna break my fast. I was vaping, so it's not the best fast in the world, and I had a coffee earlier. It's just not the best fast in the world. It's not really a sacrifice, is it? But it's all good. It's definitely done something. Gonna break my fast, gonna buy some food now, go home, eat some food, slump out. Really and truly, I'll be living. One of my meanings in life right now is literally eating food, but the slumping out part, which it sounds kind of mad, because I feel like that's my like druggy thing. That's like my drug personality kicking in. Like, it's the only time I feel, you know, when you take drugs and then nothing else matters. Like, even if you've got things to do, it doesn't matter. You're like happy, like, sorry, can't do anything now, I'm doing drugs. Well, I kind of get that with food. It's the only thing that makes me switch off. Like, walk down the street, right? Try and avoid doing this. Try and avoid looking at the ground while walking. This kills your inspiration. You have to like head up, so you're able to look around for inspiration. Look at the trees, look at the buildings, look at other people. You know, you need to be constant. You need to be constantly active. You know, your brain has to be active in the city. It's constantly looking around. You know, obviously look down if it's wet and that to not slip. But you know what I mean. Right, it's Thursday today, guys. Nice and sunny. I'm wearing sample bomber, so I'm wearing the sample bomber, testing the warmth, if that makes sense, you know, because it's quite cold today, so I'm testing the quality. Yeah, I'm gonna do a nice little shoot later with Elliot Wilcox for some vinyls that I'm dropping. This guy from America is like helping me do, so I'm really excited about that. Oh yeah, this is massive, guys. Listen to this. There's a science, like a spiritual science behind this. You know, when you have days where everything goes wrong, it's because like you actually you allowed things to go wrong from the start by accepting that your day is heading off at the wrong start, if that makes sense. So let's say someone just got upset with me now whilst driving, and it's frustrated me, right? And now there's a police officer that also just was like, gave me like a mannerism of like, what are you doing? You're driving like shit, whatever. That might not be true, but that's what's in my mind. I could be dwelling on that right now and say stuff like, perfect, it's one of those days today, isn't it? Even though it's not. And then more and more bad luck will happen during your day. Also, bad luck also happens when you're like on a low vibrational state. So like, i.e. you're on come downs, you're on drugs, you're like, you've been hanging out with the wrong people, etc. That's a lot of bad luck there, right there. But a lot of it is simply, look, about to get some petrol and wash the car. But a lot of like having bad starts and bad days is simply like, let's say your internet connection is going crazy slow. I'll end it really quickly here. Your internet connection is going really, really slow, and you need a bunch of work done. Don't get angry. Just firm it and be like, oh, cool. But don't get angry. Don't, because as soon as you start pouting and go, then it's gonna kind of go wrong for you. You kind of have to like try your best to not like let it get to you, if that makes sense. Yeah, just at the Belsize parking. Okay, so yeah, so that's like a beginning of your bad day if you're starting to pout, or like you're cleaning your room and you're really upset that you need to clean your room, but you're cleaning your room constantly being like you know, that kind of shit really is a start to a bad day. In certain situations, guys, and I know a lot of you guys may not have the privilege to do this, because I live with my mum, I do. When you notice that your days are not going smooth, I would cancel your days and cancel your plans and actually kind of just sit on the sofa and do nothing, and then maybe give it another go the next 2-3 hours. Because you need to be self-aware of when your days are going smoothly and effortlessly, because those are the really good days. And then you need to be aware of when nothing is working, and when nothing is working, trying harder isn't going to make it work. And in those situations, you kind of have to pull back and go, right, let me take it easy today. Like I said, some of you may not have this privilege, but maybe you can do things like, you know you still have to work, maybe don't go too hard, or maybe take that break that your boss has told you to take, or, you know, maybe waste more time in the toilets when you're in the toilet. Do you know what I mean? Like, find ways to kind of take the piss and actually not do anything. And it's not you being lazy. It's not you being lazy, guys. So that's like something massive I've learned in 2024. When your days aren't going effortless, it's just not one of those days. Take it easy. Don't do much until it does work. If it doesn't work, just write off that day. Again, this is more for like maybe creatives, to be fair, if I'm honest. This might be more for creatives rather than like logical businesses and you know, doing business in a logical way. And you can always firm like bad shit. That's why like a lot of tech bros and finance bros can do packet all day and still bang a days of work the next day, because it's a logical process the next day, where all you need to do is read paperwork and send an email. That kind of, you know, those kind of working methods are quite easy to do because you know what you need to do, whilst creative working methods of decision making, what you need to do, who do you think you need to call, oh, I need to do a live show, let me sit down and think who I know has connections. You know, those creative thinkings where you're in situations where your business and your life requires you sitting down and actually thinking of ideas, thinking of solutions, thinking, yeah, you need to really go into like flow, like state of flows where you're in just flowing, you know, flowing. Avoid pouting, avoid making your days worse, avoid bad luck, etc. Do you know what I mean? You can create your own luck, and you can create your own bad luck. So just remember that, you know, something can always happen to you. Like I said, bad internet connection. Don't let it get to you. Don't let out that anger, if that makes sense. It will get you angry, but don't let it out. Like, don't, like, just carry on, but don't let it out, and take breaks and know, like, okay, it's not working today, let me just take 2 hours off, or you know, okay, fuck it, let me go have some food. Do you know what I mean? Like, really treat yourself nicely. I feel like people like us, we don't like treating ourselves nicely. Something we gotta do, you know. Guys, real quick, you can all agree that the blue is a bit too like, the problem with navy, like bit too navy. The problem with navy blue is it can come off purple, if that makes sense. This is why with this hat here I specifically did like a midnight blue, so that at all times it looks blue and not like a purple. So this here, you can see it's like a very dark midnight blue. So I specifically chose very well for this, if not to blow my own trumpet, but I'll be honest with you, this blue is fucking amazing. This is like a standard navy blue. I'm gonna say it looks fucking cheap, it looks fucking purple. I've got to do better, 100%, you know. I've got to do better. But I'll be doing a grey, because the grey I'll do grey this time. Dark grey, I'll have more options, colour schemes in terms of the red and black tartan that I've got. So you can see how lovely today looks. That's Primrose Hill there. Beautiful park. Yeah, coffee, not too much. No, not too much coffee anxiety today. Got like a spot there, so it's fine. It's funny because it's like, I feel like a lot of people would be stressing out, like, oh, you know, in this situation in terms of taking photos for their vinyl cover, because it's like, it's going to be there forever. You can't redo the photos really, and then they get a spot there. But I don't give a shit. I mean, that's part of it. Like, you got, the thing is, I'm at a point in my life now where I'm so aware of my brand and who I am and what I've created and what I'm creating, to the point where stuff like this is like, well, this is fine, because all I preach is being authentic and authenticity. So obviously, yeah, sorry, someone, like, I let someone through, and like I feel like I pissed everyone off behind me, because like, yeah. Anyway, so basically, sorry guys, yeah, I'm all about, I preach authenticity. That's what life is about. Music's authentic, Lequay is authentic, so a spotlight there doesn't annoy me. And I only bring it up not because it's deep down it's annoying me. I bring it up because every time I talk to you guys, I'm trying to like spit some wisdom in some way or another, and whatever I find inspiration to spit that wisdom, then I'll give it to you, if that makes sense. Because I may be right, I may be wrong, either ways I'm talking to my younger self in these vlogs, guys, and that is the reality. That is the reality. I'll leave it there. Oh, look at these beautiful houses, guys. Yeah. Look at this view. Whoa, this view is crazy. It burns, isn't it? Yeah, that burns, doesn't it?
Nah, it was fine.
It hurt you, brother. It looked like it. That's the shoot done. Ugh. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, cool. Yeah, fan just said hi to me at Co-op now, buying mince beef. Yeah, it's great because I'm getting recognised again, guys. Like, I mean, it's real, guys. This is light. It's real. My beliefs are real. My strategies are real. My methods are real. I'm seeing everything work again, and I'm starting to see my fruits of labour again. My boy Marcus Jefferson sent me some artwork. Let's see it, let's open it. Check it out. Hard. Second one. Sick boy, big up Marcus Jefferson. 905.